Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host this evening. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Wednesday. Come on over and get your team signed up for the final Wednesday quiz of season 53 of our virtual game. Come to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Get your team signed up. We're looking for a team name and email address, and then there's a drop-down menu in which you can let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Whether or not you are part of the league or not, you're welcome to play with us here tonight. To those of you who are in the league, like I said, it is the final game of this current league season. Helsinki Syndrome, I see you in the chat. Is anyone else having an issue seeing that they're signed up for the game? I also only see 3 teams for some reason. And confirmed from 2 other folks in the chat. Peter, I'm sure, is going to figure that out, and we'll make sure that you're able to see your team names here tonight. As we wait for that problem to be solved, I'm sure it'll happen any moment here. Look at that. There are all of your names. Welcome to all 33 of those teams. Such an increase in team count in just a moment there. I do want to give a shout out to the teams who are in the top 5 right now as it stands for season 53. In 5th place right now, the Helsinki Syndrome. In 4th, Pieced It Together. In 3rd place, the Quizlamic State. And tied for the top spot of this season, it's a nail biter. We drink and we know things, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. I hope we have representatives from all of those teams here tonight. Maybe there's going to be a score shakeup before we head into the King's Cup, which is happening on Monday. You should have received an email inviting you to the King's Cup. Kindly RSVP. We'd love to have you there on Monday so we can crown the winning team for this current season. But not to worry, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're not part of the league, come play with us here tonight. We're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Each of the rounds is in a different category. The first 3 themes are going to be question and answer style rounds that have 10 questions in them. And our 4th and final theme of the night is a picture round. Here's how those question and answer rounds are going to flow. I ask you a question. It will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet. So you will be able to see the questions as I'm asking them. Some of your questions may have multiple choice options, but most, if not all of them, are going to be short answer questions. Enter in the response that you think is correct, and then please click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Keep an eye out for that pesky countdown timer. It could catch up on you. So just make sure you always click submit answers. And if you change your mind about what you want your response to be and there's still some time left, go ahead and enter in a new response. Just please make sure you click submit answers again before the time runs out. Additionally, in the event that you spell anything incorrectly, don't worry about it. We have a great system in place to handle such things. The wonderful Trivia Peter is working behind the scenes tonight, and he will make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. Thank you, Peter. We all appreciate you. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome. I am Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host tonight. Get your team signed up by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, and then click that button that says join game. The final round of the night is that picture round, which will function a little differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, and I will walk you through the specifics when we get to that point of the quiz. I do have a couple of rules I'd love to go over with you all before we dive into round number 1. Round 1, here's rule 1. Don't cheat. Please don't cheat at this game. Do not look the answers up. That's all we ask of you, really. Let's use our brains here tonight. Rule number 2, refrain from giving away the answers in the chat. That's it. That's what we ask of you here tonight. Outside of these two items, let's have a great time. And we're going to dive into our first round in one moment here. This is your last opportunity to get signed up for the game before we dive into round number one. Warm welcome to these teams from Beer Naked Ladies down to the Helsinki Syndrome. Welcome, welcome, and good luck to every single team who is signed up here tonight. We appreciate you for joining us. Let's do it. Round one this evening is in the category of horsing around. We've got 10 questions related to horses in some way. Let's do it. Round one, question one. A horse named Shadowfax is the mount of what character from the Lord of the Rings series? The horse Shadowfax belongs to Gandalf. Gandalf, your correct answer. Apparently, according to Peter, the Lord of all horses. I take your word for it there. Our next question in round number one. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse is a 2023 Oscar nominated animated short that features the voice of what actor who played Charles Minor on the US version of The Office? You may also know this actor as Heimdall, Luther, or McCavity. It's Idris Elba. Idris Elba, your correct response for number two. Also, shout out to Squidward. Great joke. We've got Shadowfax and his lesser known brother, Shadow Printer. On to our third question of the night. Thunder is the name of the official live animal mascot for what NFL team? Thunder, an actual horse, takes the field for the Denver Broncos. The Broncos, your correct response for number three. Hope it's going well for you all thus far. Here is question number four in our horsing around round. As of 2023, 13 horses have won the Triple Crown. Timothy Olyphant's character, Raylan Givens, could probably tell you what name of the most recent Triple Crown winning horse. This horse won the Triple Crown in 2018. That character, Raylan Givens, is from Justified. The name of the horse, Justify, is your correct response for number four. Hope it went well for you all. 48% of you got that one right. Here is question number five. What Shakespearean villain cries out toward the end of the play that bears his name, a horse, my kingdom for a horse? Helsinki, do you truly own Justify's offspring? I don't know if you're joking or not. I'm curious. If so, amazing. If it's a joke, wow, you do. Cool. An answer for you all for number five. That Shakespearean character is Richard III. Richard III, whose real life remains were found under a parking lot a few years ago. How'd you do on number five? Let's see. 50% of you got it right. Our sixth question in this round. One of the mascots for what NBA team is a blue horse with a white mane called Champ? Chi Chi's, hope you didn't run out of time and put simply Richard the Second. Sorry if that happened. An answer for you all for number six. Champ, that blue and white horse, is a mascot for the Dallas Mavericks, is your correct answer. On to our seventh question in this horse related round, named after the Battle of Marengo. Marengo was the personal war horse of what European military commander turned emperor? Marengo, the personal war horse of Napoleon Bonaparte, your correct response for number seven. Question number eight. Bucephalus was ostensibly untamable until he was tamed by what king of Macedon who succeeded his father, Philip II? The Untamable Bucephalus was the horse, the mighty steed of Alexander the Great, is your correct response for number 8. Or Alexander the Third of Macedon, also an acceptable response. Two more questions in this round. Here's number 9. One of the most quotable moments in what Marvel Cinematic Universe movie occurs when the title character enters a pet store and demands a horse? I need a horse, said Thor in the original Thor. Our final question in round number 1. What footballer earned the nickname Baby Horse at the 2011 Women's World Cup because she was the youngest member of the team and her long legs resembled a horse galloping? She went on to co captain the U.S. women's national soccer team with Carly Lloyd and Megan Rapinoe in 2018 and 2020. Name that footballer. You may know her as Baby Horse, or at least now you do. Alex Morgan is your correct response for number 10. That brings us to the end of our first round of the evening. Hope it's going well for you all thus far. Bit of a tricky first round. Currently, we have a tie in 9th place with 8 points between the Rubber Yolks, the Answerers, Bouncy Boys, and Winning is Overrated. Tied in 5th with 9 points, Helsinki Syndrome, Goo Goo Muck Muck, Garrow and Pals, and the Quizlamic State. And we have a 4-way tie for that top spot. 10 points, perfect scores thus far. We Drink and We Know Things 22 and 69. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Witty Walrus. You all know your horses. Great first round. We're diving into our second category momentarily. Coming up tonight, everybody, immediately following our quiz, is the movie quiz. It's back. You can play at play.themoviequiz.com. We share the same Twitch channel, so you will be able to see the feed over here. But to get your answer sheet, that's where you're going to want to head after tonight's game. It's a ton of fun tonight in honor of the Academy Awards. It is all Oscars themed. And I am honored to be the guest on this evening's The Movie Quiz. So head on over after the game tonight. Check it out. It's a ton of fun. Also, everybody, I mentioned it earlier, but the King's Cup is on Monday. This coming Monday, the 13th. You should have gotten an email today. Kindly RSVP to our commissioner, Trivia Joe, commish@nyctrivialeague.com. Let us know if you're going to be there, and we'll find out who our top team officially is of season 53. Hope to see you at both of these things. Let's get into our second round of the night. Round number 2 is in the category of Punk Goes. Let's do it. Punk Goes, question 1. Punk Goes Pop. On the first of 7 albums in the Punk Goes Pop series, in which punk bands cover pop songs, Madonna's Like a Prayer was covered by a punk band named for what leader of the Lost Boys in the movie Hook? That band named themselves Rufio, 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 Rufio. Your correct response, and you may have spotted it from a mile away, but you have been Spielberged. It happened. Question number two, Punk Goes Fashion. What English fashion designer ran a London shop called Sex with the Sex Pistols manager Malcolm McLaren? She went on to make Carrie Bradshaw's wedding dress in the Sex and the City movie and Pharrell's 2014 Buffalo hat. Warped out. Glad you're excited for some Punk Goes questions. K Boom, you are 1000% right. Not the Boo Box. Glenn Close, of course, does appear in the movie Hook. It's been a well done. We've got a close call on our hands here. An answer for you all for number two. RIP Vivian Westwood is your correct response for number two. Our third question in Punk Goes. Punk Goes Rap. What rap artist's second studio album, Punk, was released in 2021? He had his first number one single on the Billboard Hot 100 chart as a featured artist on Camila Cabello's Havana and won a Grammy for his contributions to Childish Gambino's This Is America. Name that artist. That rap artist who is featured on Havana and This Is America is Young Thug. Young Thug, your correct answer for number three. How'd it go? Did you know? 20% of you got that one right. It was a tough one. Almost tough enough. I'm going to give it one of these. It was tricky. But to those of you who got it, great job. Our next question, number four, Punk Goes to the Movies. The 1998 movie SLC Punk follows a group of friends who are devoted punks living in what conservative US city? Hopefully, you knew that SLC stands for Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, your correct response for number four is in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you included the state, we'll make sure you get the point there. That's your correct answer for number four. Our fifth question in Pop Goes, or rather, Punk Goes. Here it is, number five. Punk Goes Horror. Glenn Danzig and Jerry Only are amongst the members of what hardcore punk band who got their name from Marilyn Monroe's final movie? Your correct answer, Punk Goes Horror with Misfits, is your correct response for number five. Our sixth question in this round, Punk Goes Canadian. What singer whose second album, Under My Skin, debuted at number one on the Billboard 200 chart, has been dubbed the pop punk queen? The pop punk queen is Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne, your correct answer for number six. Our seventh question in this round, Punk Goes Cyber. What actor portrays the character Johnny Silverhand in the video game Cyberpunk 2077? He's also the real life founder of Arch Motorcycles, which are featured in the game. Playing Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077, it's Keanu Reeves. Keanu, your answer for number seven. Three more questions in this Punk Goes themed round. Here's number eight. Punk goes to the Met. In 2013, the Metropolitan Museum of Art featured an exhibit about punk, tracing the DIY roots of punk to its blending with what type of made to measure fashion that comes from the French words for high and dressmaking. We've got punk from DIY to haute couture, or simply couture, haute couture. Your correct response for number eight. Question number nine, punk goes to high school. The 1980 movie Rock and Roll High School tells the story of a girl who wrote the title song that she wants to give to what punk band? Warped out, a lesson to go with your gut. I do think that's going to get you a right answer more often than not. For instance, for number 9, if your gut said Ramones, you got that point. Ramones, Rock and Roll High School. Our final question of this round, Punk goes sequel. Electronic duo Daft Punk composed the score to what 2010 sci fi movie, which was a sequel to a 1982 movie? Daft Punk wrote the score for Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy, your correct response for number 10, which brings us to the end of our second round of the night. Let's see how it's going thus far. 76% of you knew Tron Legacy. Right now, going into round 3, we've got a tie in 12th with 15 points, putting on the Wits Medical Nightmares. Team 578, winning is overrated. Tied in 7th with 17, the Rubber Yolks, the Answerers, Bouncy Boys, Witty Walrus, and the Quizlamic State in 6th place, all on their own with 18 points. Garrow and Pals tied in 2nd with 19. The Helsinki Syndrome, We Drink and We Know Things, 22 and 69, and Goo Goo Muck Muck. And in the lead right now, all on their lonesome, the only team to have a perfect score 2 rounds in. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks with 20 points. Well played in those first 2 rounds. We do private events, everybody, and we would absolutely love to work with you. I happen to be the coordinator of our private events, and you can shoot me an email at meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. We'll get the conversation going about exactly what it is that you might be looking for. We do private events for companies, so maybe you want to bring us into your offices or to an offsite at a bar or restaurant. We also do events for individuals like birthday celebrations. Whatever it is you're looking for, reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. We'd love to work with you. Our third round of the evening is in the category of noble phrases. All of your answers in this round will have a title of nobility or royalty within them. Whether or not it refers to a title of nobility or royalty, we shall see, but it will pop up in all of your answers. And here is question 1. Dana Owens is the birth name of what rapper and actress, which can currently be seen as the star of the CBS series The Equalizer? Lockster, thank you for the correction. Garo, I'll make sure to say your name correctly going forward. Bad Onion, you're confusing me. I don't know. Should I believe Lockster or not? I'm going to believe him. An answer for you all for number 1. It's Queen Latifah, your correct response. Question number 2, Manfred von Richthofen, a notable ace pilot during World War I, was known by what moniker? Also the name of a brand of frozen pizza. Manfred von Richthofen became known as the Red Baron. The Red Baron, your correct answer for number 2. Our third question. The Research Triangle, or simply the Triangle, is an area in North Carolina marked by 3 major research universities: UNC, NC State, and what other university? I hope some of you out there thought that that famous flying ace's name was DiGiorno. Sorry to say it wasn't, but it's not delivery. It's Red Baron. An answer for you all for number 3. That title of nobility is Duke, as in Duke University. Your correct response for question number 3. Question 4 in noble phrases. What 1997 animated film, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki, follows Ashitaka, who is cursed with superhuman strength and finds himself in the midst of a war between the forest gods, of Tatara? Name that movie. This one happened to be my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram, you would have known at some point this evening that Princess Mononoke was going to come up. Princess Mononoke, your correct response for number 4. Follow me on Instagram. I do give away a hint every single time we bring you a new quiz at Trivia Meredith is where you can find me. Our next quiz is the King's Cup Tournament of Champions. We hope to see you all there and check it out. I may give away a hint for the King's Cup. Our 5th question in this round. The Dia Beacon is an art museum located on the Hudson River in what county in New York? Named for Mary of Modena, this county has its seat in the city of Poughkeepsie. The spelling here is an archaic version of a royal word. Dutchess County is what it's called. Dutchess, your correct response for number 5. Our 6th question in round number 3. Sonnet 43 from Elizabeth Barrett Browning's Sonnets from the Portuguese begins with the line, "How do I love thee?" followed by what 5-word phrase? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Count. Not exactly a noble figure in this context, but yes, a title of nobility nonetheless. Let me count the ways. One correct answer. Question 7. A part of Odd Future. What rapper with a comfy sounding nickname released a studio album called Sick in 2021, featuring the tracks 2010 and Titanic? His stage name is Earl Sweatshirt. Earl Sweatshirt, your correct response for number 7. Three more questions in this noble phrases round, and then we're moving into the final round of the night, the picture category. Here's number 8. What is the common two-word name for the world's longest venomous snake? This species is native to East Asia and has a neurotoxic venom that can cause the victim's death in 30 minutes. I genuinely hope to never cross paths with a king cobra. We've got king there as that title of nobility. Question number 9. Set in the Middle East, what video game franchise debuted in 1989 and had its 2003 entry subtitled The Sands of Time receive universal critical acclaim? Like most movies based on video games, this movie version did not fare so well for Jake Gyllenhaal, but it's called Prince of Persia. Your correct response for number 9. Let's hope his remake of Roadhouse is better. Our final question of this round. Currently, the oldest show on Food Network's daytime schedule. What cooking show has been hosted by Ina Garten since 2002? Ina Garten, you know her best as Barefoot Contessa, your noble phrase in number 10. And that does bring us to the end of this round. Moving into our final round of the evening, let's see how it's going for you all thus far. I do see we've got a swath of teams who didn't actually end up playing. So 74% is nearly a social, and I just want to hear it. Let's call it. You've had some really good ones tonight. So here's to those ones that were almost socials. Currently, we have a tie in seventh place with 26 points. The Rubber Yolks, the Answerers, Garo and Pals, and Witty Walrus. In sixth place with 27, the Quizlamic State. In fifth with 28, Goo Goo Muck Muck. Goo Goo Muck Muck, you had a shout out on Monday. We had a question about the song Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps. Wish you'd been here. In second right now, we've got a tie with 29 points between the Helsinki Syndrome and We Drink and We Know Things 22 and 69 in the lead right now. The only team with a perfect score, 30 out of a possible 30 points. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It all comes down to our final round of the evening, the picture theme. First, though, on your answer sheets down at the bottom, we do have some tipping widgets. If you're enjoying the game, if you like playing with us, show your appreciation. Tips are very much welcome. Click on one of those links. Thank you for being here. The picture round this evening is in the category of Mr., Mrs., Ms., and Miss TV shows and movies. In this round, you are going to see stills from TV shows or movies that have Mr., Mrs., Ms., or Miss in the title. It is your job to name the title of the TV show or the movie. On your answer sheet, you're going to see 10 images all back to back. Inside of each of the images are 10 numbers, 1 through 10. Underneath the images are 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the movie or TV show on the corresponding numbered blank. So yes, order is important in this round. You all have 5 minutes to work on this round. Then we'll come back together, go over the correct answers, and then we're going to move into the final question of the evening, the tiebreaker question. Best of luck, everybody. Name the movie or TV show. Well, hi, everybody. Me over here. We're about halfway through this picture round. I hope you're doing well thus far. Remember, we're looking for the name of the movie or TV show. They're all going to have Mr., Mrs., Ms., or Miss in the title. You've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, and then we're going to do a tiebreaker question. Good luck. We are nearly there, everybody. Make sure you keep an eye out for the countdown timer. It's heading your way any moment here. Make sure you click submit answers for all 10 of your responses to the picture round. Best of luck, everybody. Reminder, everyone, stick around after the quiz. The movie quiz is this evening. Please come play with us. It is the season premiere, and I get to be the guest this week. We'd love to have you all over there at play.themoviequiz.com. It is all Academy Awards themed this evening. Head on over there immediately after our quiz tonight. Let's see how you all did in this picture round. Image number 1, that is a still from Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Image number 2 is Saving Mr. Banks. Number 3, that is the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Image number 4 is Mr. Bean. Image number 5, I suspect this one maybe is a little bit difficult. That show was called Mrs. America. Image number 6, such a good movie. That is The Talented Mr. Ripley. Image number 7, that is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Image number 8, that is Little Miss Sunshine. Image number 9, that is Ms. Marvel. And image number 10, that is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. How'd it go? Hope you did well. Let's see, which one was the most difficult in this round? Let's check out the scores here. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, 29%, quite difficult. Mrs. America, 43%, also quite tricky. The tiebreaker, everybody, let's do it. Our final question of the night. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer. And your goal here in placing your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under. In the event that you're part of a tie, whoever's closest is going to break that tie. And we will post the results of the ties on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League as soon as we're able to do so. So keep an eye out to see what happened with these ties tonight. Here's the question. The British sitcom Mr. Bean ran from 1990 to 1995 and had how many episodes? Mr. Bean, not like a 90s sitcom in the United States. It didn't have like a 25 to 40 episode season, but rather throughout from 90 to 95, it ran 15 episodes. 5, your correct answer for the tiebreaker there. That does bring us to the end of tonight's quiz. Reminder, everybody, tips are very much welcome. We do have those donation links right there on the page. And once again, stick around for the movie quiz coming up momentarily here. Let's see how you all did this evening. Finishing up the game tonight in a tie for 18th place with 31 points. Medical Nightmares, Porch Turd, Beer Geeks, Inside for Weeks, and Winning is Overrated. Tied in 16th tonight with 32 points. Gord Squashington and Beer Naked Ladies. Tied in 13th with 33. Hitches Bukkake Breeze and The Super Freakiest Nando, as well as Team 570. 8. Finishing up tonight in a tie for 10th with 34, putting on the wits, Team 578. Stop Taking Sense. Tied in 8th place with 35, The Answerers and Garo and Pals. In 7th tonight with 36, The Rubber Yolks. In 6th with 37, The Quizlamic State. Tied in 3rd with 38, We Drink and We Know Things 69, Goo Goo Muck Muck, and We Drink and We Know Things 22. In 2nd place tonight with 39 points, The Helsinki Syndrome. And our winners this evening, the only team with a perfect score. Congratulations go to 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Thank you all so much for playing. Reminder, kindly RSVP for the King's Cup, which is coming up on Monday. We hope very much to see you all then. On Monday, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks are going to be seeing if they can defend their title as the top team of season 53. So best of luck to you. I hope you're there on Monday. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League. This is Dante. I'm going to set him down. He's getting squirrely. Thank you so much, Peter, for keeping things running behind the scenes tonight. Thank you to Cullen for making this game possible. Thank you to Murph for creating the software that you all played the quiz on here this evening. We will be back on Monday for the King's Cup. Stick around. The movie quiz is coming up right now. Good night, everybody. I appreciate you all.